Yeah, welcome to LOOTRS OT.
On this show, we will explore the ins and outs of our lives as hip-hop artists, business partners, and I suppose brothers.
Okay. Done with regulation time. Now get ready for what's next. LOOTRS OT. Yeah, LOOTRS OT. I said LOOTRS OT. Yeah, LOOTRS OT. LOOTRS OT. I said LOOTRS OT. I said LOOTRS OT. LOOTRS OT.
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah, well, I just had to...
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we're good.
Sweet.
Welcome.
Good.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of LOOTRS OT, where we go into overtime.
We do. OT. I've got nothing. It's been too long.
Been too long. Yeah, we're still a bit rusty. Let's figure it out then. Let's just jump straight into it.
Mental health check-in?
Mental health check-in. So awareness really lacking at the moment. I feel good. I feel positive. But definitely a lack of awareness. Kind of finding myself just going like, oh, what the fuck? You know, which is still taking some time to address and move beyond. I mean, if only there was a cure for it.
No, if only. It'd be so good.
If only there was something that could help me deal with that problem.
Just, as you're saying, I'm just thinking about how I feel like it's pretty common when you're trying to undo habits to like have that feeling like I think you're trying to undo a lot of things at the moment, or you're trying to change a lot of things, and it's just by sheer nature, by the reality of the situation in terms of like you're going from doing one thing to an ideal, better version of yourself.
Yeah.
So whenever you notice yourself doing the old thing, it's going to be like because there's now a contrasting thing that you're trying to do. So it's like even more like, so all I'm saying is like to not be too surprised by it or not too hard on yourself. Like,
yeah, no, I'm like, I was in the chat I was having with Nick last night, I was basically saying, look, we're talking about my entire life's work of bad decisions. Sorry, not bad decisions, but just a lack of awareness of my lack of awareness and a lack of listening to my awareness and my instincts. So I probably have them there like everyone else. I have awareness, I have instincts. Sorry, I have instincts. But my skill set has been built around ignoring them over a long period of time. So I've trained that muscle so well that when the right decision pops up, I just my muscle is just there to shut it down instantly. So like I've trained that so well over such a long time that it's like,
what's an example?
Should I have these Maccas or not? Should I have this beer or not? Should I take this trade or not? Like my instinct instantly goes, like I feel it from my gut come up and go, that's the wrong decision. But then this little voice just shuts it the fuck up like instantly. I don't even stop to contemplate the feeling of like I should not do this thing, because I've just trained my voice to just go, all right, bro, you know what to do with him. You know how to deal with that. Shut the fuck up.
Go do more of it.
Yeah, let's go do more of it, because it's just, it's just what I've done. So and the thing about the reason it's like.
Press record on the camera?
I hope so. I know, you're about to test me. All right, come on. Did you press record on the camera? No, I did. And I was sure of myself, but then you made me unsure of myself.
Yeah, well, I wanted to be sure of myself.
Yeah, cool. That's fair. So, and the thing is, like, the reason it's becoming such a problem in my trading at the moment is because when, what I was saying to Nick is that, like, with the voice doesn't really have that much of a bearing on my day-to-day life, right? Obviously, when it came to like my gambling, right, and some of the other poor decisions I've made, like.
But this is why people like James Clear have a career, because the truth of human psychology is that It's the tiny habits that
the tiny habits.
that are the thing that really steer your life in the right direction.
Because the thing is, like, let's just say, like, you know, should I have this beer on an average night? If my instinct is like, no, you shouldn't, because you want to get up early in the morning and you know you want to get the day.
You're making it too hard for yourself. You make it.
Wait, just let me finish this point. Not just for you, but just for anyone listening at home. The one beer or the one thing, like, that doesn't really have a dramatic effect on my life in that moment or even the moments after it. So it's hard to gauge. Like, obviously it does in the long term. No,
it's not even that. It's identity. It's about making promises to yourself, and it's about keeping those promises, and it's about making rules. I think you need to flip it the other way around. Do you want to keep going? Sorry.
No, just I think you're talking quite loud. You can see on the...
Yeah. This is... So we've been over this.
I think identity is the right word.
For sure, but also identity can be hard because it's everything, essentially. Everything can tie back into it, so it can be hard to put your finger on it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, one of the shorts we clipped, chopped up for.
I know.
Once you get to the beer, it's too late by then.
Yeah.
It takes real willpower and determination in that moment.
No.
But that's why when you've made a decision to yourself, I'm going to be a person who stops, who only has it on a weekend, or you figure out and then you create the rule to suit that, and then you just default to the rule. Don't let yourself make a decision.
Yeah.
Just default to the rule. Just, what did I say? What do I, and this one right here, you ready? You want to break this shit? As soon as, it should be right.
Yeah, I know it should be right.
As soon as you have one of those decisions, if you really want a tool to help you make a better decision, I think I've already told you this. Say to yourself, what do I want to make a habit? What do I want to do moving forward? What do I want to make a habit? What do I want to be a habit in my life? And instantly you'll know the right decision. And then you have to back yourself. You have to have the willpower. You have to just bite down and go, I know that I really want to have the beer right now, but I've told myself this, and I've already made the rule, and I want not having a beer to be the decision that I make moving forward, so I'm not going to do it. And then just make the decision, walk away. That one right there, like, I only learnt about it in an audiobook I was listening to recently, and I've used it so many times in the last few weeks, and I've, like, with all of those type of decisions.
What do you want to make a habit?
What do I want to make a habit?
Yep.
And instantly I go, and I have to. It's the only logical way I can have just make the decision or have a conversation in my mind.
Do you say it? Like, do you say it?
Yeah, I literally say it out loud or in my head, either way.
Well, I
just make sure I state it. So it's boom, and I'm aware of it. I'm like, okay. Now I've got some more context and something to, like, look at it through. It's not the emotions and the rush and the feeling of the beer pouring me in one direction and the not beer in the other direction. I'm not stuck there. I've stepped back in the realm of what do I want to make a habit. And what I want to make a habit means I'm in the realm of looking forward to my future self.
And you're in your realm of your identity then.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not in the realm of your...
just current urge and it's like whom I want to actually be.
Yeah.
But again...
I think there's a big difference between saying it in your head and saying it out loud, though.
Yeah, whatever works for you. I've done both. I usually just say it in my head, but just saying it in general, just thinking about it in general.
How do you know you say it, though, if you say it in your head?
I think it then. I think it in my head.
You know, like, whatever, like, any shit can be translated, misinterpreted in your head. It could be anything.
Yeah, but I say it in my head and I have the context of what that means. Like, I remember the book. I remember willpower. I remember that I'm trying to strengthen my willpower, and that's the easiest way you can do it.
I think there's a F1 racer whose name is Willpower.
G up.
Nah, I'm pretty sure.
That's pretty dope if it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. You want to get through it, you can get through it.
Yeah, no, I am getting through it, and I know I will get through it.
But in saying that, I also use it, like, depending on the scenario, I'll go to myself, like, let's say it's eating something, you know, sweet, like some chocolate or something. I go, what do I want to make it habit? And then I remember, okay, well, I want to make not eating chocolate a habit, right? But then I'll be honest with myself about how have I eaten that week or that day? Have I exercised? Have I fasted? And I'll go, okay, I fasted till like 4 or 5 and I've only had a piece of fruit. Like, fuck it. I'm cool with this. I can live with this.
Yeah.
You make those decisions and you just constantly keep doing it. And it just, the
I think
objectivity.
that's what it comes down to, checking yourself, constantly checking yourself and being aware of what the end goal is.
But yeah, exactly. Not just checking yourself because otherwise you go insane. Checking yourself with some context, with an idea of what you're trying to do.
What am I working toward?
Yeah.
But I think checking yourself is important because I think these voices and these thoughts.
Yeah, I just mean
once they go unchecked, like if they go unchecked frequently enough, yeah, that's where some fucking real bad habits start.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. And this is why journaling is so special and just so important because it's the thing that brings you back to all the things that you're focusing on. And because it's so easy to have a bad weekend or a bad night or whatever, like especially a weekend. It's so easy. If you got a few events that come up, you just blow out. you spend money, so you're pissed off at yourself for spending money. You eat food, you drink, whatever you do. And then come Monday, it's like the hill in front of you to mentally get back to where you were just seems so fucking difficult.
On Friday.
Yeah, exactly.
Where you were on Friday.
Journaling, if you can, not just on that day, but to read back through.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, man, it saves me all the time. I'm like, all right, what was I doing? I'm like, oh, right, I was focusing on this. I was saying this mantra. I was like conscious of this.
Yeah.
I was heading in this direction. And then I can decide if I want to keep going with that because the weekend might influence new behaviors, but it's just like if you have an alternative, cool, do that. But if you have nothing, I don't understand why people would say no to it. It's the same with meditation, man.
Yeah.
Why I stress it to you? It's like if you have an alternative, cool, because there's a lot of things you can do that get you just super present, get you in the moment. It's like meditation. It's probably not meditation. It's probably not the same equivalent, but it's similar, right? If you got something else, cool. But if you don't, like,
what are you doing?
What are you doing? We all, if so many people around the world, and for the last fucking however many thousand years, can agree that meditation is a good thing and works.
One person.
Buddha.
Yeah.
What has he done? You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, if that, like, there's a confusing thing that we do as humans where we don't look back enough and we don't pay attention to what has happened and what is happening. And we're just so focused on ourselves and we're just so narrow-minded that there's so much information and help and resources out there to fix almost any problem you have. Like, albeit, you've got to put some effort in and maybe finances might be a difficult part in regard, like certain things you can't afford and whatnot. But YouTube and the internet, like there's just so much stuff out there and that it's just, I don't understand why if you got a problem in your life, like why you don't at least just get a little bit of context. I'm not saying go Google fucking how do I stop being depressed and you're going to stop being depressed. Like I get it. It's difficult. It takes a long time. It's trauma. It's conditioning. But at least like read up on it. Figure out a little bit because you'll read out how do I stop my depression and it'll give you some fucking pointers that are without a doubt going to make a difference. They may not, you're not going to wake up not depressed.
It'll at least give you a lens.
Yeah, you're going to be heading in the right direction. Like, yeah, that's me.
It's you.
Sorry, just shit motivates me.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Yeah, I guess that's, yeah. Well, do you want to talk about how you've been going, where you're at?
Mental health check-in?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Started another job, so a bit more structure. Just makes you just more time that's free, that's used up, which means the free time has to be more efficient.
Yeah. Have you found that, I know that you have been fairly productive in the last, 12 or 18 months without a job, but do you feel like, with a job, you almost make
for sure.
your free time?
Yeah, for sure, because you earn it more.
Yeah.
And but the thing is that like, even though I haven't been working, like I've been working here and I've been,
but
I still go to the gym every day and I'm like constant, like it's.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I 100% know what you mean. I'm just saying like, it's not really like, I earn it whenever I earn it, either way, like if I'm working or not. But yes, definitely, like because it's like a contractual thing. It's a separate obligation outside of myself that I need to physically go to and do.
And it probably like the structural thing. Even though you were coming in here, you were going to the gym, there was still a lot of
and working on
ambiguity.
music.
Yeah, but there was still like you picked. Like we almost always picked the times and days.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But with an actual job, there is very strict structural kind of like foundations that you need to work within. So
definitely. I 100% agree. And yes, the answer is yes. I've already found that that to be the case.
Yeah, cool.
But,
So you feel pretty fucking good about getting a job and
yeah, definitely. Like I made a conscious decision to, when I lost my job because of COVID, to just write it out. Like I've been looking for work. Things just didn't line up. I applied for a bunch of jobs that I was easily qualified, good fit.
And you went back to a job. Oh, you thought you were going back to a job.
Yeah, I thought I was going back to a job and was never told until it was like way too late for me to look for work.
There was no more jobs there.
Yeah, and then so I just wrote it out.
Road, shout out Road for sponsoring.
Shout out Road. And yeah, financially I've struggled, but mentally and spiritually and physically, like I've thrived. Like I am a far better person, a far more like level-headed. That's the one. And I'm so grateful now to like just get any money just for everything, like. So yeah,
the bickies all of a sudden are
golden nuggets.
Yeah, you're fucking grateful for whatever comes in.
Yeah, 100%. And but yeah, it's the sort of person that I am. I don't value anything over just quiet time to think, quiet time to read and work on myself and just learn. Like that's just the most important thing to me.
There's very few things that are quiet like it.
Yeah, definitely, because that right there is every great achievement and all the inventions and everything. It still comes down to like this personal mastery, this personal development, this individual story and achievements and self-mastery and learning about oneself and controlling the senses and all of that. Like that's really what it all is. Like, like we talk about Kobe a lot. Like it's not what he did, it's him, his mindset and like what he is. Like the basketball's sick, but it's the mind that plays the basketball at that level. That's just what gets me going. And so yeah, but mental health check-in, doing good to be working. I realized recently, I was like, I come up with ideas all the time and I'll sit down and I'll think about them and like I'll pass them on to you and if it's for you, or I'll tell you about an idea for us and whatnot, and probably leave it too long to execute and just like it just comes and goes sort of thing. So I realize I'm in the process now of like planning out the things that I want to do a lot more and taking it one by one, and just like so often I'll get choice fatigue or I'll get anxiety about all the things that I want to do. And I'm talking more about like I know the thing I'm working on right in front of me, but then the things after that. Yep. I want to like try and start, getting a move on with them.
Specifically, you're talking about like the marketing that needs to come with a song, for example.
Yeah, for example, yeah, for sure. And then like, even the next podcast or even bigger things like trying to find videographers, trying to find producers, like just trying to email and just get in contact with like, different sort of PR or management sort of people. Just like start poking in those, putting my head in those doors and figuring out what's going on and where I can get leverage, what I can do.
Yep.
And yeah, just a bunch of different ideas like in future music, like, cause I've got so many songs stacked up that I want to release. I'll you know, I'll know the song I'm working on right now, but then I'm like get stressed thinking about, oh fuck, I got this and that, and yeah. But yeah, I've got an idea now. I've got a plan, and that's brought about a lot of comfort. So yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah,
and overall, just good, just meditating and visualizing. My mentality's changed heaps recently. It's like so much more. It's just so much more bulletproof, really, in terms of like the future and moving forward, and like way less about right now, because right now is now. I got to just be now. I can't think about now. I can't try and control now. I have to be now. Whereas everything else moving forward, if I take the time, I can plan for that and I can do it better. So, but yeah, visualizing is really helped a lot. Throughout my day, it's just like, even like whatever you do, like my job, for example, it's just a complementary thing to the bigger vision. It's not like, oh, I've got to work this job and this and that. It's just like you just reframe it to fit into the narrative, and it just becomes so much more manageable. And
becomes a tool.
Yeah. And then I just like try to use the opportunity to talk to people and like work on my people skills and work even
Slide
like
your mixtape in their bag.
yeah, eventually for sure. But like, you know, I kept telling myself that I was shit at small talk, for example, because I'm not bad at it. It's that I hate it. I absolutely hate small talk, and I keep saying that, and I was saying it, and when I just started working, and I was just sort of like, oh fuck, and I just call myself, and I've really. When I say like bulletproof, I mean because like I've learned a lot. There's some audiobooks I've listened to recently that the ones all about visualization and whatnot. And fuck me, Dad, has it cemented the idea of positive thoughts and optimistic thoughts, and how you know the type of thinking that you show up with, how that creates a person that you are.
Yep.
And so, yeah, I've just been way more aware and conscious of trying to just stay positive and just like only focus on like what matters and what I can control, and not letting myself go down into the weeds of, you know, just little arguments I might have with someone, like household issues or frustrations with myself. Like I just switch it off, like, nah, not even doing it. Whether or not it's true or not, doesn't matter. It's not going to get me anywhere. So yeah, really cluing in and like really understanding the power of thought has like helped me a lot.
Yep.
Because it means when it comes to mental health, it's just not there's just there's no give any, there's just no if buts or maybes anymore. Like I know too much now. I know too much about my own thinking and how important it is to allow myself to go there.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Nice. I like that a lot.
Yeah, like this. I don't know if I wanted to. I've got a mantra that I've been.
Nah.
No, keep it to myself.
Yeah. Save for the next one.
Yeah. But yeah, I've just been repeating this mantra like all day. What?
Give me a hint.
No. I'm not telling you. No, but the thing that I'm working on like the most for myself at the moment is just being more present. And this is what I mean about like I have to be here now and then, like worry about the future for the future, you know? And I've like, in terms of like music and everything, like in recent, like for example, 2 nights ago, I think I was, and he was like, coming to work, you can have a Palmer, get you some beers, whatnot. I'm like, yeah, dope. And I've been saying I was going to come for a while, like walk with Lockie. And I had some things just pushed back my time, and I had some things to do, and I was like really close to not doing it. And then I had to remind myself of like, you know, I'm trying to be in the moment, be way more present. And I was just like, fuck it. Like, I'll just go. Like, what am I going to lose? Like, that pressure on myself. Yeah, it can wait. And fuck, I was just so thankful for it. As soon as I walked out the door and walking with like, I'm like, this is just everything I need right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so like, there's been opportunities.
How was that Palmer?
Phenomenal. Really, really good.
That's just a dream, isn't it?
Smashed 5 schooners.
5 skillies in a
Walked on
Palmer.
Kissy Locky. It's so good. So good.
That is,
I couldn't believe it. I just sat there with a big smile on my face the whole time.
fuck, life is good, isn't it?
So good. But yeah, there's been opportunities for me to choose music over like doing something, or you know, or like work that I need to get done over like just like taking Lockie for a walk and want to shoot a basketball. You know, I was gonna just like take it for a quick. I wasn't even gonna take it for a walk, and then I was like, fuck it, I might as well. You know, and just shit like that. Just like having time to myself aside from the music, just trying to be easier on myself essentially. And just choosing the right decision, not the decision that like I think that I need to do and get done, you know?
Yeah.
Which is so hard to do because you don't know what the right decision is.
No.
But
And that thing's not going anywhere.
No. But this is what I'm saying. Like this goes back to what your situation is. My goal, and I write it I've in the last couple of days now in my journal, before I write my to-dos, I write like what I'm like my main goal, like what I'm working on for myself. Like yours would be awareness. And I write what I want to get done by the end of the week and then by the end of the month. And then I'll write what I actually got to do today.
Mm-hmm.
And having that like bigger goal that I'm working towards, that's aside from music and it's just like personal, it means when I'm making decisions, like this is what I'm saying, like I have a default thing to fall back on to go, all right, that's what I'm going to do. I don't need to make a decision as much. Like it's still a struggle because it's like, it's not immediately there, but
something you have to build.
Yeah, you got to build for sure. Physical health check-in?
Yeah. I would like to.
Yeah, do you want to say anything about it?
Yeah, I would like to have a look at how you lay out your journal, if that's okay at some point.
Yeah, for sure. I only just.
I like that. I like the sound of that.
Yeah, I only just started doing it the last couple of days. I just was like, I don't know, it just came to me because I wanted to. I was like,
so you write down.
Yeah, main goal,
and
then end of the week, end of the month. I think I've wrote something else, but
and then
to do's, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
And then that's also so important, so useful because it takes pressure off the day.
Yeah.
When you're looking at the week or the month.
Yeah. And then to do like 10 things long or just like 3.
Yeah, I try to keep it as short as possible. I really just do the most important things and the most pressing things, you know.
I actually think that because on Monday when I talked to Ice, that's one thing that I was going to ask and talk about, like the macro versus micro.
About his scheduling and journaling and planning.
Because, you know, as we talked about and as we talk about as well, like what's the most important thing? What's actually going to move the needle forward?
Exactly.
But also how do I make sure that I'm moving the big needle forward?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so I think that's, you know, what am I focusing on this week? What am I focusing on this month? Or what do I need to get done by the end of this week and this month?
Yeah.
Like and then what's the big goal that I'm working on? But are you reminding yourself every day of like, what's the 6-month goal or 12-month goal? Like, is that too much pressure to put on yourself?
Visualizing.
Yeah.
The visualizing does that because that fills in all the blanks.
Yeah.
Because as you visualize, you're thinking of your ideal person, then that gives structure to how you show up in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it takes time to like synchronize all this stuff. And I'm definitely not there, but fuck me dead, I'm way closer. I just feel more courageous, more like fuck everyone, just like fuck everything. Like, because, and I don't mean that as any disrespect to anyone. I just mean it because based on how we are with social media primarily, you care about everyone. You naturally, mentally get sucked into the social and the cultural and the norms and the trends and the who's doing what and the how come I haven't done that, and it goes on. And it just doesn't matter. It doesn't, and also like, if I get to where I'm going to get to, there's going to have to be a story before I get there. I'm here. I'm in that story. I'm doing it. So stop getting fucking pissed off at yourself that you're not there yet. When to get there, you have to go through what you're doing right now. So pay attention to what you're doing and do it the best you can. yeah, just trying to reframe things like that, take the pressure off myself, and just give myself more power and more energy, just by.
Because I think if you do take power and energy away from yourself when you go, oh shit, no, I can't do anything because I need to get done.
Exactly.
All of a sudden you turn yourself into a person that, it needs to do something over something else.
Yeah,
when that something else could actually be very
Exactly.
beneficial.
Yeah.
You turn yourself into that person rather than just being, no, I'll come do that thing because I know it's going to be good for me. Then I'll get to whatever.
Yeah, especially when it's social and you're like picking seeing friends or family over doing it. Like probably like 9 times out of 10, I want to pick doing work because that's going to move the needle forward. But I can't always, maybe 8, but I can't always choose. In terms of like how I spend my time, it really is that percentage.
Because it's really easy to fall in love with the process and the journey, and like I honestly could easily just spend all the time in the world by myself and not do anything and not see anyone.
Yeah, exactly. But it's just like you gotta be thinking about yourself on all different levels, like spiritually as well, and just like like socially, like just the relationships you have in your life, like.
But even, Tom Bilyeu, make your friends before you need them.
Exactly.
Like you can't be like, oh no, sorry, I don't have time. No, sorry, I don't have time. And then when you need someone, be like, oh shit, actually, I really need you right now. You gotta be, it's give and take. And I honestly feel like that's probably where I've let myself down a little bit. Like I think about, the people in my life and the people who I've kind of had as friends for a really long time. Like I need to be an artist. I need to go through this, thing, whatever journey, has made me, probably subconsciously neglect, putting in work and showing up and being a good friend or a good, whatever. To the point where now I feel like, maybe this is just a construct of just getting older as well. But I feel like there is a part of it where it's like I don't feel like I can reach out to certain people because I've already put enough of a moat in between us because of me trying to be an island, So yeah, it's a tricky one because like, we get told like, you only got one life and and then we fall victim to the dream of like, I need to be this, I need to dedicate myself, I need to be successful, whatever. But then while you're doing that, you're forgetting that actually, no, there's a whole life that's happening around you that you could be fucking falling in love with.
Man, this is, I can't stress this point enough. It's not meditation, but it is spirituality. I don't really do that much.
You can only pick one thing to stress. I'm sorry.
No. I'm stressing this one. I haven't really talked about this to people. Or like it just hasn't sort of come up in conversation, but it's something I've like realized recently that like I really don't do that much.
Yeah.
Compared to a lot of people anyway. But fuck me, I'm just like a kid in a candy store all day, every day with life. The deeper you get and the more you look into things and the more you learn and the more awareness you have and the more you get in touch with yourself and it's just, life just keeps getting more and more interesting. And I don't for a second like feel guilty sacrificing things or missing out on things because I know what's really happening in life. Like I know where I'm really going. I know what really matters. I know who really matters to me. I know what people, really want for me or really think of me or, because I live truthfully and I say things how they are and I just do my best to be me. And yeah, it's like you don't really have to pick either. You can have both.
No, yeah, I agree.
Is what I'm trying to say. So, and I think the reason why there's pressure and stress so often is you get caught up thinking I've got to pick one.
Yeah.
Like,
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, when
you do get caught up, and then
I can't go out. I'm doing this. I'm this
busy.
person.
I'm busy.
But then it's like you're both. You're that guy just there.
Yeah.
And you're this guy over here, back of there.
Yeah.
It's no different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to keep it moving?
Yeah.
How long we got actually? 34?
Yeah.
Jesus. All right. Well, let's just jump straight into talking about Showdown and Dutch Boys.
Yeah. So what date is it? I don't remember.
We have to reset it.
Oh, fuck. I need to do that. I
Yeah.
haven't done it. Yeah.
That's all right. He took it down.
Yeah. Were
Um,
they cool with the cover? All right.
No, so, I don't know.
Well,
I
we still
forwarded
have to change it.
Yeah, so we got to do something. I don't know. That he sent an email about
That's some bullshit.
different options and how to go about it. I don't know. It's Apple cracking down, so it's
anyway.
whatever. So yeah, we'll definitely have to do some cover art, but or there's another option that he talks about in the email which I forwarded to you. So we can have a look at that email. He kind of details it, but we'll talk about that later. Showdown is finished. It was uploaded. We had a few issues. We need to touch it up and we will re-upload it again this weekend. So look for it to come out. God, when do we get it?
Probably, fucking 2 or 3 weeks.
It'll have to be 2.5 weeks, Thursday in 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
So it'll be Thursday. Oh, no, because
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah. So we have a single coming out.
Yeah, sure.
Nobody needs to know our fucking life.
No, but I'm like thinking about it.
No, tell me, oh no.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Showdown is the first single off the Dutch Boys EP, and the Dutch Boys EP will be out within the next 2 months. Showdown will be the first single. That'll be out soon. And yeah, I don't know what else we talk about with that.
That
It's
it
just
slaps.
that it slaps. That's it.
It
The whole
slaps.
EP sounds good. The
To me,
single
it
sounds,
honestly sounds like I don't know.
it feels like it sounds like a full movie scene.
Yeah, when I first heard
Kill Bill.
one of the 1-4 songs,
Right.
it might be Street Guide,
Yeah.
and it just like it's heavy, just comes in, and it's like ooh.
Yeah.
It feels a bit like that.
The one with the switch up.
Yeah, I just can't remember if it's that song that I'm thinking of, or maybe the one. No, I think it might be that. But anyway, because I love those drill. I love the sounds that they use. Right.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
that shit gets me.
Yeah,
horny.
it's got a bit of that.
Yeah, and
It's got a lot of that.
I really tried to bring that because it's like, yeah, I just love it, and just they're a dope little moment that you can have that just like switches up the pace for a second there.
There's a lot of like
And
moments. It keeps moving.
Yeah. Is that a hook goes? I'm a walking lie.
No, they can wait. Anyway, yeah. So single coming real soon. EP almost done as well. And that's just the start of it. Really, we got a lot of music on the horizon. I just put out I'm just trying to.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, I just put out a little freestyle last night. What's today?
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah, I put it out last night, and it was the lemon pepper freestyle, aka Fresh Air 11.
Have you spoke to Gyro? Can you do that as a cover?
Don't know.
You should look into it. Might be able to upload it as a cover.
Oh yeah, maybe. Oh, I didn't know you could.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure with Gyro Stream you can. They ask like if it's an original or a cover, and they go and license it for you.
Okay, I will definitely look.
I just
at that
don't know if it's like if it matters because it's such a big song.
Yeah, no, I'll have a look at that. Okay,
Because I don't know how or why it's changed, but I've noticed the last probably over the last 3, 4, 5 years, the licensing with covers has certainly changed. It's become a lot easier. You can get it. You can do covers a lot easier and have it actually on Spotify, officially have it out. So look into it. They've definitely made it a lot. However it works, yeah, I don't know.
Something's changed.
It must be like some sort of lease for the cover, because it's in the past it would have to be like an official remix sort of thing to be re-released. You couldn't just put a cover up on Spotify.
So maybe the way that they're doing it is, hey, if you pay, maybe you got to pay more to Gyro, and then Gyro instead of sending me the money for the streams, they send it to Drake.
Maybe
maybe
you get
that's
a little cut still.
Yeah, maybe that's the way it works.
Yeah, definitely look into it because I definitely know that it's
because think about major recording artists and the labels and stuff like that. They'll be looking to get as many cuts as they can from wherever they can. And in the past, people would have just either put that shit on SoundCloud or, you know, Mixcloud or maybe YouTube. Yeah. But now it's like, actually, if they're going to fucking put it up for free, let's just let them put it up and we'll just take a cut of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's more money for them.
Yeah, so maybe that's what they're doing. But yeah, I'll look into that for sure.
Yeah, and how do you feel about it?
Yeah, Fresh Air 11, first one in 4 years. I feel fucking real good about it. I feel like the mix, like, you know, I don't want to get like too happy about it because I know that it has a long way to go. But for where I'm at, like in terms of my mixing journey, like I was pretty happy with it. It all sounds good. The bars are quality, the delivery's quality, the video's pretty solid.
What was the most challenging part?
The most challenging part, good question. Probably just tinkering with the mix and just kind of like getting understanding how I wanted it to sound and understanding how I wanted it all to sit. Like, because I kind of, what I did was, I had the main take and then I recorded like 4 or 5 other layers. I did like maybe 2 or 3 more takes of the full vocal, which I used as a second layer, and then dub left and right. And then I did a full take of ad-libs and then another full take of ad-libs and then just went left and right. And I think it was, just kind of understanding.
Did you have all those layers the whole time?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously I cut some out and I mix some differently and I pan some differently. And like I did a bunch of different stuff to make it sound like it wasn't all happening at once.
Did you watch any tutorials and stuff as you're doing it, or?
No, probably could have. But
I mean,
yeah,
depends how you're going. Like if you feel like you're going good, and
no, I felt comfortable enough doing it.
Because you've watched, you know, me and Kurt. That's how many tutorials is that? You know, watching us do stuff and
exactly,
me helping you. So like, it's not like you're going blind when you're by yourself. You have first-hand knowledge. You have first-hand experience to draw on.
I tell you, I actually. Let me re-answer that. I think probably the most challenging part was learning all the bars so I could perform it properly, because it's been a long time since I've just fully learnt a song. Because more often than not these days, like I write it and then I record it as I'm looking at the lyrics. You know, back in the day, I used to pride myself on. You're
talking about when you perform it, as in when you record it.
Yeah.
To have no lyrics. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I wanted to like learn it, so I just had that.
It's so much
conviction.
better.
Yeah. Because you're not reading and then you're just performing.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to learn it, so I had that conviction. And it's been a long time since I've done that.
And it feels it just like sinks in so much better, and
it does.
You like become one with the lyrics.
Exactly.
Like honestly.
And especially like having that many bars.
It's so much easier to remember once you do it like that as well.
Yeah, for sure. So that probably was the most challenging part, because it's been a long time since I've done that, especially something with that many lyrics in it. But yeah, I just made it like a priority to like learn it. I was just in the shower singing it, walking, singing it, just like going through it over and over and over again. And yeah, it took a while because I haven't really stretched out muscle for a while, but it was rewarding for sure. Yeah.
All right.
Let's keep it moving.
And there's a video for it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about a little bit of sport, eh? Switch it up.
Switch it up, baby.
Fuck, I love sport.
Yeah, let's talk about some sport.
I mean, firstly, finals are on today. Suns are up 2-0.
Oh, yeah? Oh, the actual finals?
Yeah.
Okay.
Suns, Bucks.
Oh, really?
Phoenix Suns.
Yep.
Milwaukee Bucks. Yeah, so got Chris Paul and Devin Booker, Jay Crowder.
So is Booker back?
Yeah, he's back. He's playing good. He played gun today. Fucking sunk like 8 threes in 1 quarter or some shit.
Yeah, right.
He's on fire. And then
who's good for the Bucks?
they got Giannis.
Just Giannis?
No, they got Giannis. They got Drew Holiday, who came from the Pelicans. He's a good guard. He's a real good defender. They got Chris Middleton.
Imagine being called the Pelicans.
Yeah, no, it's pretty
because
average.
In Australia, it's just shut up, you Pelican.
Yeah, exactly. No, they got to actually gun side. They both got really good teams. Like they're really well matched.
Where were the games played at?
So in the playoffs, like in the finals as well, they do the same thing every time. They go, whoever is like the top seed, or I don't know how they figure it out. Like once they go through the next series, because like they're both winners.
Yeah.
But somehow they figure it out. But they always do whoever the top person is, 2 home games.
Yep.
Then fly to the other city, 2 home games, and I think they go 1-1 because remember it's first to 4 essentially,
Out
like
of
best of 7. Yeah. So 2-2. You're sort of theorizing they'll win their 2 at home, then they'll win their 2 at home. It'll be 2-2, and then it'll be like duke it out for the last few.
Yeah.
So
Suns
which
won their 2 at home.
it happens. Yeah, it happens heaps.
Does
yeah,
it?
yeah,
Okay.
it happens heaps. So they're
So they're
won their home
expecting the
games.
Bucks go home and they win 2 now.
Yeah, and like they didn't get beat. I mean, the first game they sort of got beat pretty bad, but the second game, like today, they played gun. They just couldn't sink any threes. Whereas Suns, I think they either tied or almost beat the record for like most threes in a game in a finals or a playoff game, which is like held by either Warriors or Lakers.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, they're on fire. But yeah, so like there's not much between them.
Yeah, cool.
And it's so cool because they've played the whole season, playoffs, now they're in the finals, teams just flow so well. It's like real mastery. It's real beautiful to watch when they're when they're like
They've
really
had that
on
whole
point.
season.
Yeah. And everyone just knows each other, and like, it's a 7-game series every time, and there's like 3 or 4 rounds you go through before the finals. Like it's so much basketball, and every one of those games is like do or die essentially, because every one of them you either win or you lose, and winning means going on, and losing means you got to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a negative. So yeah, it's good to watch. Try. I think the next one's on Monday.
Oh, I won't be able to on Monday.
Try and watch it if you get more.
I just got too much on.
Yeah, true. But yeah, UFC on the weekend. Conor Poirier.
Conor DP,
Who are
baby.
you banking on? I honestly,
Can't split them.
I reckon
I can't split 'em.
Dustin was not ready for Conor to come out so aggressive, and he acts like it's all good, but you see it in his eyes. It rattles him. He's not that guy.
He's not
a shit talker. Yeah, he doesn't want to get dirty. He doesn't want.
The thing is, he talked a lot about how it rattled him in the first fight.
Yeah,
and you kind of could see it in his eyes at the weigh-in today, or
to him, he's just going like, which is sort of fair, but at the same time, it's fair that Conor's doing whatever the fuck he wants because he's Conor, because it's fighting, it's competition, and you got to get ahead. And if it's a mental edge, it's a mental edge.
Yeah.
And so, you can see Dustin's just sitting there going like, come on, bro. Like we shook hands. I gave you a bit of charity.
We've been
like,
bros.
yeah. And he's calling his fucking girlfriend his dad or your husband's, what is he saying? He's saying your wife is your dad or your wife is your husband or something, like kept saying, and that just sounds like a little, joke. It's not really that big of a deal, but Dustin Poirier is like absolutely obsessed with his wife and kid. Like one of those real father dudes.
Family man.
You say anything about his wife and that's going to get to him, but not in a good way.
Nah.
I think it'll just fuck with his head. And he kept saying, he's like, your wife's your husband.
Yeah.
Fucking savage.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
And
interesting.
Look, this is one thing I do know. Conor looks so good.
Always does, but
Nah, but this is the best I've ever seen him.
yeah, he looks fucking
Like
fit.
he looks so good. He's
but Dustin
so
looks
fit.
good too.
Look, Dustin looks probably the best he's ever
Yeah,
looked.
exactly. This is what's so good about sports, man.
Well, I guess these guys are they're both
they're bringing
both
the best out of one another.
Yeah, exactly.
They're challenging each other. They're making each other rise.
Yep.
This is what the finals are like by the end of it.
So who's what's your official prediction?
I'm gonna say, because they are pretty evenly matched. So I don't reckon Conor's talking himself up like gonna kill him and whatnot. Yeah, he was pulling him apart, but once they started going toe to toe in boxing, like once Poirier got a bit of confidence behind him, they were squaring up pretty good at the boxing. It was clearly the leg kicks that fucked him.
Yeah.
So he's obviously going to check them. He's obviously going to be aware of them. But he was.
Bro, just what's come on, mate.
I'm going to say round 3 knockout Conor.
All right, I'm going to be bold. I'm going to say Conor in a decision.
That could definitely happen.
That's going on record right now.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
I don't
Imagine
know
if it
how.
was a
but
draw.
yeah, I'd have to run it back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, but I mean, the whole card looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty keen on the rest of it.
So keen to watch Wonder Boy fight. I love him.
Yeah, he's pretty dope.
He's just such a legend, eh?
Being like a massive fan of striking, like just watching his.
So cool. And it was cool to watch. I was watching an interview with Masvidal because Masvidal fought him, mate. Yeah, he did.
So,
he did, yeah. And he got pretty pieced up, I think. And he was just saying, like, yeah, his timing and his distance. He has that karate stance, and he doesn't just fight on the outside. He fights like on the outside. And it's so hard to cover that distance on someone who's a counter puncher. Like, he wants you to rush him so he can move back, and then just he just moves awesome.
Yeah,
he moves a bit like Connor, just not as karate like.
Yeah,
but yeah, him against Gilbert Burns. Like, yeah, Gilbert Burns is a gun grappler and all right on the feet, but Wonder Boy is like worlds apart as a striker. And unless he's got some,
Well, Gilbert's gonna try to get him down, but
yeah, it's just hard to see that happening. Like, you're not talking about a regular dude.
Yeah,
like if Wonder Boy at the type of striker he is, if he didn't have the sort of distance and whatnot,
control. Yeah,
it would still be like that'd be difficult. But given what he's like, yeah, it's hard to imagine that.
Yeah,
but fuck, they're not giving this. So Sean O'Malley.
Yeah.
So his dude got scratched.
Yeah,
and
I know.
have you seen him talking about the guy that's coming in for him?
Nah.
Fuck, they're
just like not
ripping
giving him a chance.
Not at all. Like,
how pimped did he look at the fucking conference?
Yeah. They just saying it's easy money to bet on him. Like, just do it. And yeah, this dude hasn't fought in the UFC and is like, yeah.
Don't get touted.
And even in the UFC embedded, they go, he's like signing the posters and he's like, fuck, I haven't done this before and stuff. And then he's like, look, I'm not saying I'm going to win. He's like, but I'm not saying I'm not going to lose either. So it's going to be like I'm going to go out there and fight in the night or something like that. Like, just essentially he's going to just go out trying to swing. And
good luck to him.
Yeah. But the fact that he's willing to say that leading up, you know, like, don't worry about anyone else saying, just, you know, just be confident in yourself.
Yeah.
Don't be going saying that.
Fuck the dogs. All right, let's keep moving.
Origin. Don't do that. Dad does that.
You beauty blues. Blue Castle.
Hey. Fucking great game.
How Devo Saf.
Yeah.
Big
I know.
Devo. Yeah.
But he'll still be there.
Yeah, but
I know.
Lifting the trophy.
Yeah, I know.
Hometown.
Oh, well.
Hero. Fuck.
I mean, being an NRL player, playing Origin, that's pretty
still
good already.
Pretty good, yeah, I know. He'll probably get it. But they'll probably never play in Newcastle.
No, I know what you're saying. Yeah, it's an unfortunate situation, but
oh well, he's been fucking killer anyway, so he'll be there.
Can't believe how good he's got, eh?
Yeah, he's going real gun, and they're just like everyone in New South Wales at the moment, and whoever they bring in, it's just like, all right, they're playing good as well. So
yeah, like the backline's still the same. Like, it's just not really going to be much of a difference.
Yeah,
like, don't get me wrong, Cleary is a huge out.
Yeah, but
if the backline had completely changed, I'd be like, you know.
But it's just going to be about, you know, Moses kick long, White and run the ball. But then when you're not doing either of those things, get it to fucking Tommy and Latrell.
Exactly.
And then let them do their work.
And them having the shit with Jai Arrow.
Yeah.
Like
bringing in fucking the hammer in centers, Tabuai Fado.
Yeah, who's he play for?
He's a Cowboys. He's only 19. He's young. He's real fast. He's real skillful.
Does he play center or wing?
He started at wing, but he's playing center for them at the moment. And honestly,
he's big, eh?
What's that?
He's pretty big, eh?
But he's kind of lanky. He's not real built yet.
I don't think I got the wrong guy.
Yeah,
because they got a big winger, eh?
Yeah, no, that's Murray Talangi or something like that. Yeah, that's
something. He's
he's big. Yeah. But yeah, Hammer is he's skillful. He's fast, but I don't know if he's
Origin.
Well, no, he's probably Origin, but I don't know if he's physical enough.
Ready.
Yeah, I don't know if he's physical enough for either of them.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's physical enough for either of them at that level. It's gonna be tough to know.
They obviously see something you don't.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know. I reckon it'll be probably tighter game. Queensland have a better looking team. Kalen coming back in. instantly makes them better.
Yeah, for sure.
But I still think Blues.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If the back line had changed.
Yeah, I think it's tighter though. I reckon I'm going to go Blues 24-20.
I'm going to go Blues 20-10.
Oh, big call. All right, well, let's what else we got on the list?
That's it.
Should we discuss the COVID stuff or
Fuck COVID.
fuck COVID?
Honestly.
Yeah. Anyway, well, that's it for Looters OT. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll catch you next week on, or maybe the week after. But anyway, we'll catch you out at another time on Looters OT.
At a later date.
All right, peace.
Later, bye.
Looters OT. Yeah, Looters OT. I said Looters OT. Yeah, Looters OT.